I'm so fucking scared, dude.
Okay.
Oh, shit, what the fuck is that?
Oh, what is that? Fuck, go.
Is definitely from the outside, and that is not me. That is not my handprint.
What the hell is that? Oh shit. I gotta get in the car.
Exploring with Angelo is known for heading alone into remote places where the setting already feels uncomfortable before anything even happens. In this video, he returns to a secluded lake deep in northern Ontario, a place he calls Serial Killer Lake, because of the strange stories and unsettling experiences he has had there before. He starts by explaining that he is far out in the wilderness and plans to camp near the lake again.
We are about to head back towards the Serial Killer's Lake. You guys might remember we camped out here in the winter time in the extreme cold. We actually camped in this exact spot at one point just because we got here late and it was very difficult to get in and out. We actually needed the snowmobiles to be able to transport all of our stuff. The snow was so deep. I remember it was just absolutely insane. Other than that, we had a handful of crazy experiences out here. This place is very haunted. Right now, the sun is shining. The weather is pretty much perfect.
The weather looks calm at first, but the place already carries a history. Angelo talks about previous visits, strange stories around the area, and the feeling that this spot has never been completely normal. After reaching the lake, he chooses a place to set up camp.
Where I'm going to put my tent, whether I should put it on that side or this side. Both sides are kind of shit. It doesn't really make much of a difference other than having the shade in the morning on that side.
The area looks peaceful in daylight. He checks the shoreline, studies the ground, and tries to find the best tent spot before the night comes in.
I think right here actually might be the best. Right in this one spot. It's a little bit grassy, so there's probably a little less rocks under there. I guess we'll just do it there first. Now it is very early, it's only 5 o'clock. I think we probably will have sunset up until about 10:30 based on the last camp out, or the last couple of nights really. Yeah, the sun sets so late up here, it's crazy.
Later, a strange sound comes from the road.
Let's wait and see if anything takes our bait. I also just heard something. What the fuck is that?
At first, he thinks it might be an animal, but it turns out to be a man arriving with a dog.
Dogs? I don't know. Okay, now we know what that sound was. I thought it was a dog. I think he was trying to get through, I don't know. Sorry, I blocked the path. I don't know if he was maybe coming to camp here.
The moment calms down, but it also reminds him that he is not fully alone out there. As darkness settles, the atmosphere changes. Angelo hears movement and then what sounds like a voice calling from down near the trees.
I keep hearing like movement off in that direction. Probably just a chipmunk or something. Hello? Someone there? Voice.
He grabs his light and starts checking the area, trying to figure out whether someone is actually there. The tension builds when he sees something dark near the camp.
I'm gonna go a little further up. What is that? I could have sworn I just saw something back there. Like it was very dark and it looked like it stood up and then went back down. What the f?
For a second, it looks like it stands up before dropping back down. He keeps calling out, but nothing answers clearly.
Is it a moose? What is that? Oh no, there's something dark back there. But I thought I saw something legit, like, stand up. Okay, there's no one here. I'm not even gonna bother going down there right now. That was back from the camp. What the f? Whoa, what the heck? Was it a bat? Oh my god, it almost came right at me. I heard somebody call out though.
More voices seem to come from different directions.
Here's something. It sounds like a vehicle. Somebody might be coming in. Hang on. Maybe it's just that guy from earlier. I don't know.
Someone just yelled from right there. What the? But in like a really weird tone.
Angelo becomes frustrated and tells whoever might be there to show themselves.
Who's there?
Someone there? Adam?
He cannot explain it, but eventually settles into the tent, leaving the camera running as the night continues. Jasko is known for intense overnight investigations in places with dark legends, and this video takes him and Ben into the Appalachian Mountains. The plan is simple but risky. They want to camp in an area surrounded by rules, warnings, and stories about voices in the woods. Jasko introduces the Appalachians as one of the most terrifying places to explore at night.
We are going to be camping inside of one of the world's most terrifying locations, the Appalachian Mountains. Now, for those who don't know, this is a place so damn terrifying that has its own set of rules. For example, one of the rules is don't go into the woods at night. But apart from that, there's other things like if you hear a voice, don't answer it. If you hear a whistle, don't whistle back. Tons of stuff like that. And there's reasons for it. Because people believe that there are feral people out here. Not only that, people believe that there are skinwalkers, wendigos, weird cryptic-like beings out here that mimic you, follow you, study you, and then just borderline terrorize you.
He explains the rules people talk about there. Do not answer voices. Do not whistle back. Do not go into the woods after dark. Before the investigation even settles, Jasko thinks he sees a face peeking around a tree.
I feel like I keep on seeing like crazier and crazier news stories. What the fuck?
I swear to God, it looked like something just peeked around that tree up there. Like, it looked like a face peeked around the tree.
Moments later, a whistle cuts through the woods, and the mood changes immediately.
Yeah.
But that's a whistle. That's a whistle from that. Get in the truck. Get in the truck. Get in the... Okay,
go, go, go.
This is...
It's already happening.
This is not good.
happening. It's already happening.
Yep, this is already happening. Okay,
Timothy.
Oh, it just said Timothy.
Hey,
Okay,
Tim.
it's just Tim. It's just...
They move deeper into the area and talk about the strange sounds they have already heard.
Answer said earlier when it was daytime.
What?
It was talking about everything was gonna go wrong once the sun set.
Yeah.
Remember?
We're gonna get attacked.
And here we are.
And we're hearing weird fucking voices and
Okay.
chants and shit and crying.
So we're gonna show you guys this. And before I show you this, I really want to hear a consensus, in the comment section of people who think they could survive a night out here in this woods. Because here's the thing, it's so much different when you're home. It's so much different when you're like in the comfort of your own home, killing a fucking tub of Ben & Jerry's, and you're just going to town. And then it's different when you're here. You know, this is Ben's first time in the Appalachians, and I haven't seen him this scared in a very long time. And bear in mind, like, we've been to some of the most haunted locations in the planet.
I don't know what the keep on going. He's still, whatever that was, it's still here. Easy. Chill.
Voices, chants, crying, and whistles all become part of the same uncomfortable pattern. Jasko uses the Aztec death whistle, but the forest does not feel playful.
Well, if there's anyone out there, can you mimic this noise? Replicate this noise for us. So that would be from the water down there. Brenda!
Who's Brenda?
Maybe the scream we just heard? I'll do it again. Brenda, can you replicate this noise one more time? Nothing this time.
Oh, that was weird.
Okay. Well, thanks, Brenda, I guess.
Maybe it was like a weird bird calling back to you.
Yeah, birds definitely scream these days. The new birds that came out, the DLC.
Yeah, I saw that. They just unlocked them.
The sound carries into the trees, and every response from the darkness feels harder to dismiss. Off the trail, they hear voices again. Jasko points out that this is exactly the kind of situation people warn about.
Oh my god, bro, I'll back up.
That was singing. That was singing. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good idea to blow that then.
That was like a woman singing.
I heard a voice. I didn't hear that as clear as you, bro, but I don't,
It was in between the birds chirping. I heard it on God. You could tell the difference between birds, and you could tell the difference between a woman singing.
Okay.
Lauren, is that you?
Or Deborah, what was it?
What was the first name? Sorry.
We're so sorry.
The trail no longer feels like a safe boundary. Gunshots suddenly ring out in the distance. At first, they try to stay calm, but then they realize the sounds are getting closer.
Gunshots. Gunshots.
Good thing I'm wearing my camo.
No, yeah, that's really bad.
I know.
Later, they hear what sounds like crying in the woods. Neither of them can place it, and the darkness around them starts to feel active.
Hello? Yeah, good call. Hello? Just gonna keep this flashlight on just to...
Sounds like crying.
It does sound like crying. That's terrifying.
Near the end, a whistle comes from behind Jasko while Ben is tying his shoe.
Let's go, bro.
Okay. Oh shit. Let me just tie my shoe really quick. Ah, fuck. Hold on. I don't think you heard me.
Just be quick. No.
What?
That wasn't you whistling?
No.
On everything you...
No. So shut the fuck up, Jess.
There's like whistling like right behind me, and I was like, can you stop? Because I was trying to fucking listen, and I turned around. You're not.
I was tying my shoe, bro.
Swear that wasn't you. You're not fucking with me.
It's on camera.
Bro, I don't know what's going on out here. I don't know what that is either. There's some, like, you could see it from here. You could see it clear as day.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I'm trying to zoom in.
Okay, bro, hold on.
Then something moves in the bushes. They see something too close.
Bro, it was like someone whistling in like a tune.
What song, bro?
don't fucking know. I'm not
Ah,
Shazam.
I mean,
it
that's
just sounded
fair.
like it was like a. Okay, yo, there's some moving in the bushes. There's some moving.
Wait.
Fuck me, dude. I'm so fucking scared, dude.
Okay, oh, shit! What the fuck is
Wait,
that?
oh, what the?
What is that?
Fuck! Go! We have to get the fuck out of here right now. Just go! That's way too close. That's way too close.
Panic and rush out of the area. Cursed Urban follows Dan as he investigates haunted and abandoned places with a calm but uneasy style. In this video, he returns to the Wendigo Woods, a location his audience has asked him to revisit because of the strange activity caught there before. Dan explains that he is back at the Wendigo Woods and plans to explore before setting up to sleep in his car. He describes the area as heavily requested and already connected to some of his strangest footage.
We are out here, guys. We are out here, as you can see. This is kind of a pretty public area, and tonight we are back at somewhere that's been extremely highly requested, and that is the Wendigo Woods. I have returned, thanks to all you guys who have asked me to come back, who've commented on tons of videos. When are you going back to the Wendigo Woods? Ask me on live streams, when are you going back to investigate the Wendigo more? Like, all this and that. So you know what, I am back here tonight. I had a day off of work, so I made the trek down here. It's still a little bit light out, and it's all good.
As he walks the trails, he talks about the Wendigo legend and how different people describe it.
So I come here, kind of see what I can find. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with what a Wendigo is, it is a Native American spirit. Some people say it's a spirit, some people say it's a being, some people say it's both. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, which I know you will, but I believe, dude, I'm hearing noises everywhere. But I believe a Wendigo is from somebody, a person becomes a Wendigo from consuming another person.
Even during the explanation, he keeps stopping because he hears noises around him. He finds what looks like an old overgrown path. A friend had told him there may be an old ritual site somewhere in the woods, so Dan starts looking more closely at the clearings and strange routes.
This looks like an old path that used to go through here. Now it's gone. My one buddy who's been out here has told me there is and I don't know how true this is. I believe him, but I don't know if he, I don't know the authenticity of it. He says there is an old ritual site in these woods. The thing is he doesn't know what it looks like. He's just like, oh, there's an old ritual. I heard there's an old ritual site in the woods. Like, blah, 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 knows so much about it. Like, okay.
The air gets colder, and something moves hard in the trees. Dan points his camera toward the sound and believes it was more than a small animal.
I don't know where this is taking us at. The entire thing moved. That entire thing moved. That wasn't just a tiny little squirrel. Yo, something's up there. Something is up there. What was that? I saw a black shape move across the path.
Then the spirit app says, throw. Almost immediately, something is thrown through the trees.
We get throw, and then something gets thrown, dude. There again, something over there. They came like right through the trees. I didn't see it.
The timing makes Dan stop and question whether the forest is responding. Later, Dan tries to sleep in the car. He wakes up to branches snapping and movement circling nearby.
Okay, guys, I just woke up to the sound of branches and sticks and something being broken all around my car. I can hear it coming from inside the woods. It's constant. It feels like something is like circling my car.
When he gets out, the sound suddenly stops. A handprint appears on the outside of his window.
13.
13. That is definitely from the outside, and that is not me. That is not my handprint.
Dan compares it to his own hand and says it is too small to be his. He tries to stay logical, but the timing bothers him. The Spirit app gives words like visit and evil, while more sounds come from the woods.
Holy sh! What was that? Oh. So we got the EMF meter going off, which I don't put much stock into this Spirit Talk EMF meter. But we get visit, and then we hear that. What was that? Everett, okay, thanks for the name. Okay.
Dan decides the area feels too hostile and prepares to leave. Exploring with Bear focuses on outdoor investigations in creepy and remote places, often mixing real camping with local legends. In this video, Bear and his friend head into the foothills of Appalachia, where people have reported cryptid encounters near the campground. The video opens with footsteps, strange sounds, and the feeling that something is already close.
We are currently deep in the foothills of Appalachia. Huh? Did you hear that right over there just now? This place is spooky. That sounded like something was running right behind us for a second. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
There's like little footsteps, man.
My heart's beating really fast.
Your heart's racing?
Yeah.
Bear explains that they are deep in the Appalachian foothills, and the night has an uneasy energy before the real investigation even begins. They talk about the campground and the stories tied to it. Dogman and Bigfoot are both said to be in the area, and a storm is expected to roll in later.
Wet. There's supposed to be a storm rolling in, right?
Around 7.
So we might get a little bit wet, but it's going to be well worth it considering where we are at. The campground that we're at right now. Campers have experiences with cryptids here. Now, Dogman and Bigfoot is said to be in this area. They just had a Bigfoot convention here just recently.
8 Bigfoots.
8, yeah. And then, so it was saying like campers in this area will experience tree crashes, tree knocks. What else was it saying? Like hoots and hollers?
Yeah.
So even this campground has a lot of activity. It's said to. So that's what we're hoping on tonight. It is pretty secluded. Like there's not a whole lot going around here. And we are in the Appalachian Mountains. So who knows what's going to happen tonight?
Before they can fully start, loud snaps and movements come from around them. Bear realizes the original plan may not work because the woods are already active.
Bugs too. No way.
What?
Look behind you.
No.
Dude, I hear it.
So, we haven't even got...
Keep my light on.
So we haven't even got started yet.
They leave the path and notice a bad smell in the area.
That smells really bad.
That does. Where's that coming from?
I don't know.
There's a bad... There's a bad odor right here. Right now.
Right here. Bigfoot path.
Holy smokes, man.
Doesn't it stink?
That smell is terrible. That's not skunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not skunk. It's musk.
That's musk. Hold on, take a scan. You got the flashlight. I'm a little nervous now. That smells crazy. I've actually never smelled that smell before. Look, it's gone. I don't smell it. It was here heavy. Musk, man. That was straight musk. That's a huge Bigfoot sign, B.
Yeah, no, dude.
Straight musk. That's how he's described a lot of times.
The darkness makes it hard to judge distance, and every sound feels closer than it should. A strange white shape appears in the distance. Bear watches it move and describes it almost like an orb.
Look.
You want to light on?
Oh, it's gone.
What?
Look. Oh, look. See that white thing? It's picking something up. Way back there. It's like an orb, man. It's sort of dancing around. See that white? Oh, look at it. Did you see that? It's even got a tail. That's crazy. It's like it's flying. Oh. Did you hear that?
Investigation shifts toward an old bridge and historic structures. The place is interesting, but the narrow path and darkness keep the tension alive.
Is that a cross on top of there?
Yeah.
What's that say?
It says speed limit 4 miles per hour.
Huh. It's the Thomas J. Malone Bridge. Now, I guess we'll keep our eyes open for like any kind of weird figures. Oh, look, there's something right over there. See the eyes?
I do.
He's looking at us, looking at him.
Like a raccoon or a cat. It's on that back porch.
Is that more eyes back there? There's more eyes. Look at all the eyes out there.
Oh my goodness.
Rain begins as they prepare to get inside the tent. They hear something walking near them, and Bear points out the uncomfortable part.
Oh. Did you hear that back there?
Yes. There's something just walked right up on us.
Yeah. Once we get in that tent, we can't see around us. That's the only scary thing about that.
Once they are inside, they will not be able to see what is moving around them. The night ends earlier than planned because of the rain, but they still leave with enough strange sounds and moments to make the trip feel worth showing. Rugged Road Explorers is a channel built around remote exploration, history, and forgotten places. This video is different from a pure horror investigation, but it fits a compilation because the location feels isolated, ancient, and visually mysterious.
So we have some ruins there on this top level, there on the level right underneath it, and then over here, off of that slide, we have some way back there. So we're just going to take it in sequence. We're going to do top, medium, and then go all the way down. But let's get on it. Oh, this is so exciting.
The explorer starts the journey excited to finally visit a site he has wanted to share. He approaches a cliffside area with ancient dwellings built directly into the rock. He slows down when he finds petroglyphs on the stone, Instead of rushing through the location, he stops to photograph the figures and study the details.
Wow, it's a whole panel here. I don't know if you can see it. There's all right. Let me just pause for a minute because I'm looking, and we actually have one right here. If you can see it, it's your typical Fremont figurine right here. And let me snap a picture, and then I'm going to go to the rest of the petroglyphs. I don't want to pass something up without getting a good photo of it. Nice big
The first
overhang
dwellings
here.
appear under a large overhang. He explains that the site seems to have multiple structures, possibly used by several families or even a small village.
All right, we have the first dwellings right here behind me. So let's go take a look at them. Nice big overhang here, as you can see. Let me take this out. So this is multi-structured here, and then again we have the same thing down below us. So multiple families, or even maybe this was a small village. It kind of looks like that. It's too bad the whole front of it is crumbled away, but we can still kind of glean some information off of what we're seeing here. So they had a dwelling up front, but it looks like in this instance there was other parts around back too, all the way down.
As he moves closer, the site becomes more impressive. Some areas are sealed with old mortar, and pieces of dried wood remain where roof structures may once have been.
Normally I would have thought this would have been like a doorway, but it's completely sealed up. You can see the mortar still great in there. And it's all falling down here. When you see the wood, especially the dried old wood like that, that was probably part of the roof structure at one time. See how you can see it here? This looks like that may have been the door right there. You can see how the top part of it's been worked and the bottom part is flat. Unlike most of the other stones, which are all irregular, this one's very, very regular and very, very well worked around the bottom and then around the top. So it was probably, the door was probably on this side over here.
He carefully works along the cliff edge, watching every step because the gravel is loose.
Well, I can see more over there that I couldn't see before. I'd only seen these two. Very exciting. All right, let's see what we have here. All right, you can see right behind me, we got these dwellings. They're right on the cliff edge. You see where we are. So let's go explore them. Man, the precision of the building is just really incredible. I mean, look at that sharp angle on the corner there and how it ties into the wall. And it's been tied in for centuries. Pretty amazing.
The buildings sit right against the cliff face, making the whole place feel exposed and fragile. The second structure appears larger and more complex.
This is the second structure. Now, something this big I would expect to be a dwelling, but again, and it may still have been, you have a lot of corn in here.
Inside, he notices corn and starts thinking it may have been used for storage, though parts of it still look like a dwelling.
Such good construction. Again, look at the angles. So it looks like this dwelling was here first, and this one tied into it.
Near the end, he finds more mudwork and smaller stones packed into the walls.
And I thought this was unique, walking up on it. You see all the mud with the little ones instead of one big one. You see the mud on the back wall too. I'm not sure. Maybe they were sealing up moisture coming through. I don't know. It's interesting that that's there though. I kind of makes me pause and think about, now why would they do that? But again, we've got corn in here. So again, this was probably another storage. This seems to have been like one of their main storage areas.
He pauses over the details, wondering why they built it that way and what purpose each chamber served. Franco TV is known for solo night investigations where strange real-world situations often become just as disturbing as anything paranormal. In this video, Franco enters a freezing forest at night and quickly realizes he may not be alone. Franco introduces the forest and explains that it is extremely cold. He points out distant lights and begins trying to investigate the area.
So that way you guys can see completely out here. I see like 3 lights over there. I don't even know what that is, but it's just random 3 lights. I have to cover my mouth because everything is just frozen outside. I think it's about 35 degrees right now. So I'm gonna see if I can do this video with you guys as I'm making my way out of here, going towards Peru. In 2 weeks, the temperatures are so cold that it's hard for me to work too. At the same time, I'm starting to realize this more and more every day. But there's been sightings of creepy shadows, creepy screams coming from the forest. They actually had a news article that apparently people heard screams coming from the forest. They went in investigating, nothing was ever seen, and nothing was actually found, So, that being said, let's get into the video.
But the woods already feel active. He hears something that makes him nervous and starts moving closer to his car.
I'm trying not to look at the camera because it's throwing me off every time I see those bodies. Oh, I heard something. Oh, I heard something else. Alright, I'm gonna take the safety route. Screw that. I heard noises. Let's go this way. I just want to have a good path to run in case I have to. But I heard movement. Something moved in the bushes here somewhere. I gotta check on the car.
The sounds seem to come from the direction where he parked, which makes the situation feel less safe.
I think the little flowers definitely confused the hell out of the SLS. But the good news is the car is okay. Like those little things, they really throw off the SLS. Listen. Oh, that was creepy.
A chainsaw starts up somewhere deeper in the forest. Franco points the camera toward the sound, but there are no visible lights where the cutting seems to be happening.
I'm trying to do the investigation, see what I could catch, but I got so much random things happening. Come on, do it again. It was loud. I'm trying to see if I see any light.
Like flashlights. Let's see. Only the lights are in the very distant area.
He reaches a creepy cemetery area when a loud crash interrupts him.
But I've made it to the creepy cemetery with all the tombs. What the hell was that? That was loud. Oh shit. I gotta get in the car.
A person suddenly leaves in a vehicle, and Franco believes it may be connected to the chainsaw noise.
I think this is the guy that was responsible for the thing. What the hell was that about?
A scream-like sound cuts through the woods.
That sounds like a scream. That's my truck up there.
Then a police car appears nearby, adding to the confusion of what is actually happening out there.
I can't hear with all these noises. Now there's the police car coming in. I wonder if he's coming in here. Luckily I have a video recorded. I just tell him, listen, I just got here and I heard that. And now I'll tell him I just also heard screams. Alright. Let's keep going. Well, today trying to start it off kind of strong, no? Then two cars came out of here. I don't know if the second car had anything to do with it, but the first one definitely did. Holy shit.
The chainsaw and screams continue. Franco thinks about getting closer, but the sounds are loud enough to make him hesitate.
Now I just heard... Oh, that is creepy. There's a chainsaw and screams going on right now.
He moves toward the noise, then decides it is too close and turns back.
Make sure nobody's here. That's the moon if you see a light. Let's go a little bit closer. Maybe somebody needs help, or they're just having a party or something. Listen. That was loud. I'm extremely close. Time to go back. I'm going back. I'd rather be close to the car in case these people decide to speed out of here or something. That was literally right there.
He wants to stay near the car in case the people in the woods suddenly come out. Later, voices call out near him. He answers in Spanish, saying he is exploring, but the moment clearly shakes him.
I just heard somebody. They just said, "What am I doing?" And hello, hello. Holy shit, that just got me nervous. That sounded a lot closer than what I heard earlier. I'm gonna turn on my flashlight. I just heard a noise. I heard something move. Turning off my flashlight.
Using the thermal camera, Franco spots a warm figure standing up in the brush.
People there. That was a person. %. I just saw a person just stand up. Look. Right there. I could almost see through the branches. I thought it was an animal and that thing just stood right up like a person. Look, oh, there's two. I think that's another person right there next to them.
Then he sees what looks like another person nearby, confirming that someone is definitely hiding in the forest. Near Shadows returns alone to the conjuring forest, entering from a backside trail with no coordinates or specific destination planned. Jeremy explains that every visit to these woods seems to get stranger, with previous encounters involving mysterious voices, disturbing spirit talker responses, and possible paranormal activity hidden deep within the forest. Almost immediately after leaving the main trail, the woods begin reacting to him. Jeremy hears footsteps nearby while the spirit talker responds with unsettling phrases like "they will get you," "annihilation," and "revenge."
"They will get you" came through the Spirit Talker app. I had it turned down, the volume down. Who will get me? Oh, every time I come in here. This is like the creepier area too. We're gonna go somewhere we have never been before. We're just gonna pick a spot and we're gonna just go off trail.
The deeper he pushes through the brush, the more intense the atmosphere becomes, especially once the app warns him that the witch is here.
Where did you go? Ah! Ah!
The land.
Ah! Shit. Oh my God. I don't see it. Guys, you see anything? Turn this up. Fuck. Oh, I almost landed right on my finger again. Hello?
As Jeremy continues wandering through the darkness, he suddenly reacts to movement nearby and claims a shadow figure crossed between the trees.
Who is that? Oh shit, shit, shit. Oh my God, what is that? What is that? Oh shit. Oh my God. Oh, it's right there. Oh my God. Oh, there's a shadow that just went right across that path, right over there. That was a shadowy figure.
Around the same time, he says something grabs or burns the side of his neck again. Something he claims repeatedly happens.
Hello? Oh, I got burrs on me. Ugh. Something keeps grabbing my neck, it feels like. That always happens in here, man. It's always the right neck. It's always my right side. All the time. Fucking... Is that you messing with my neck again? I don't give you permission to do that. That's not very cool. That is not cool at all. I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that. Can you do something to prove that you are here?
Demon.
There's a demon? That is a big tree. Why is there... What is this?
Further inside the woods, Jeremy discovers strange rock formations, possible burial mounds, and unnaturally twisted trees.
Like you were saying earlier, there's missing children. Kids have went missing in here. There's all kinds of things that have happened in these woods. You see that though? There's more right there. Rocks going around the... I don't know, that's not a mountain though. Oh my god, these woods are so thick.
He becomes increasingly convinced that something unseen is following him after noticing a single leaf moving completely on its own while every surrounding branch remains perfectly still.
Is that you? Look at this leaf. There's no other leaves are doing this. Is that you doing that? Yeah, there's no reason why that should be doing it. Look guys, there's no... Look at all the leaves around it. It's still. Everything's still. Hello? Look, it's still doing it. Is that you? If this is you moving the leaf, can you tap on something and let me know you're here? Oh! Ah! Oh God. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was.
The biggest discovery happens after Jeremy reaches an old fence line and finds a skull-like effigy beside several handwritten ritual documents.
Or somebody leaving this stuff out here now at this point, because I'm not even following coordinates like we've done the past 2 videos. What do you guys think? This is pretty right there. Just like how it was way back there. So look at this thing, guys. There's some kind of symbol on it.
House.
You guys know what that symbol is? It was like a crescent moon of some sort. What is that symbol? Oh, I'm gonna sit down. I don't know if it's a good idea, but...
The papers reference lunar symbols, spirits, ashes, and warnings, not to disturb the object hidden in the forest. Despite repeated warnings from the spirit talker, Jeremy decides to take the skull object with him. Soon afterward, he realizes he is completely lost deep inside the conjuring forest.
Are you still along with me, spirits? Can you do something to help me? I'm not sure if I go up more or this way or down here. Oh, right there. Right there. Thank you for the knocks. Thank you so much.
While hearing knocks, footsteps, church bells, and strange voices echoing through the darkness around him, Paranormal Discovery investigates the ruins of Moor Hall in County Mayo, Ireland. A burned mansion surrounded by legends of druids, curses, and paranormal activity. Before even entering the property, the team explains that locals believe the land was cursed centuries before the Moore family built the estate in the late 1700s.
We actually found out coming here that even before the building was here, this land was cursed by druids, which kind of leads into the misfortune of the family that lived here. The building itself, the Moore family, so
the Moore family actually knew the land was cursed before they built this mansion on it, and soon after the mansion was built, the person who built it actually went blind. So a lot of people think that has something to do with the cursed land, and then also too, his son passed away from, I think he was held captive by the British, and he was actually killed by them. So he died. His husband lost his vision, and then the whole manor caught on fire.
So during the Irish Civil War in 1923, the building was torched, and now it's just in complete ruins. So
as they explore the mansion during daylight, Chelsea claims she senses a female spirit pacing through the ruins.
Beautiful. Okay.
hello,
Wow.
any spirits in here? We come in peace.
I definitely feel like a feminine energy in here.
Oh, really? A feminine?
Feminine. Yeah. Like pacing, feminine, but like she's happy, but she's kind of confused on what's going on.
Soon after, both investigators begin hearing footsteps, movement, and unexplained noises coming from inside inaccessible parts of the structure. Once they finally climb inside the abandoned mansion, the atmosphere quickly becomes heavier. The investigators repeatedly hear loud running through rooms they cannot access.
You hearing that? Voices? Voices? I don't know.
While shadow figures allegedly appear in doorways and along the upper floors of the burned building.
What? Where are you? Damn.
Sun is about to set. Sadly, you can't get to that floor, but I think we're gonna wait in here until it does get dark. I can see why it's actually really creepy. Like, really creepy. Like, this is something out of Harry Potter, hands down. Vines growing through the concrete. All up there. Okay, I'm starting to get a weird vibe now.
Yeah.
Like it's
Starting to hit you.
Using dowsing rods, they begin asking questions about the land and the supposed druid curse.
Thank you. So that's a yes. We have permission to be here.
Okay.
Now, Lamar was wondering, druids, are you going to curse us for being here? No.
Okay, thank you.
Is this land truly cursed?
Whoa. Whoa.
And was it cursed by the druids?
The rods appear to confirm that the woods remain cursed, while strange noises continue circling around them inside the ruins. The activity intensifies when Chelsea suddenly spots a figure dressed entirely in white standing between the trees outside the mansion.
What the fuck? You just saw someone in there?
Yeah, wearing white, all white. White pants, white top, button up. He just waved.
Spirit?
Yeah.
Knew it.
Minutes later, both investigators hear more running around the structure while Spirit Talker responses begin warning them about dangerous entities connected to the property.
Did you just reach your hand out?
No.
I seriously... What is happening to me?
Yeah, what just happened?
I went, like, my hand was out, and I literally just saw a hand come in, like, to grab my hand.
Okay, no. I just zoomed in. I didn't even reach my hand out.
I can't explain what's happening. Like, this... Like, I feel like my intuition is so strong here.
After night falls, they move deeper into the surrounding forest, where whistles, knocks, voices, and movement echo through the darkness.
Oh shit, a voice! There's a fucking voice.
Which side did that come from?
Not kid from ahead of us, I swear. There's a voice. Hands down.
Let's keep going.
Right ahead of us. Oh shit! What? Oh yeah, right there. Joe, someone's at the house. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Literally, someone's at the house, I swear. It's right ahead of us.
Let's go check it out.
Whoa.
The investigators believe something in the woods is attempting to lure them farther away from the mansion. Near the end of the investigation, Lamar suddenly becomes physically ill near the entrance of Moore Hall.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
You okay? Bob, what's going on?
I don't know. I'm getting this weird headache right now. This is really bad.
Is it, like, where is it on your head?
It's in the front and on the left side.
Okay.
Oh.
He experiences intense headaches, nausea, panic, and shaking, while insisting that an oppressive entity is affecting him directly. By the time they leave the property, both investigators are convinced that Moore Hall is far more than a ruined mansion. Between the shadow figures, strange voices, and overwhelming feelings inside the ruins, they believe something ancient still remains hidden within the cursed Irish forest. Exploring with Bear is a paranormal exploration channel focused on abandoned locations, overnight investigations, and alleged haunted sites. In this video, Bear and his friend Ryan attempt a 3 a.m. challenge inside the abandoned Molly Stark Sanatorium, a tuberculosis hospital that opened in 1929 and closed in 1995. Before entering, those two discuss the building's reputation online, including stories about shadow figures, strange lights, and the spirit of a little girl named Josie.
Google, and pretty much every single hit that came up had to do with the place being haunted. You know, so there's tons of stories about it. Tons of people are going there to try and get something on camera. Maybe we can be the lucky ones to do it.
Man, I hope so.
Yeah.
Already that's haunted, that has a story of a little girl scene there. Molly Stark, little girl.
Yeah, and they are, I guess, historically or mythologically or whatever, they are known as tricksters. Like you said,
right? Liars, yeah.
Yeah.
I I'm a
So-
little 6-year-old helpless little girl.
Right.
Talk to me, man. I'm excited and nervous.
Yes, a little bit of both.
So
Bear also shares his belief that many hauntings may actually be demons disguising themselves as harmless spirits. Once inside the sanatorium at nearly 3 a.m., they begin exploring the lower levels with a Spirit Talker app and a K2 meter. The atmosphere quickly becomes tense when the app says phrases like, "I was hung and should be scared."
So over there, how were you saying we were scared to come here earlier?
Yeah.
It just said should be scared. See that top? That was the last thing it said. Should be scared.
Should be scared. Huh. Well.
While the K2 meter suddenly spikes for no obvious reason.
Do you feel anything?
I'm getting nothing. I feel pretty safe, but
It's jumping.
yeah.
Can you make that go to red?
It's almost there.
Can you knock it out of my hand?
As they continue through dark hallways, kitchens, elevators, and flooded rooms, Bear hangs a glow stick to see if anything paranormal will move it. The two repeatedly hear unexplained noises, including metal banging, footsteps above them, and possible movement deeper inside the building.
Yep. Hello? Well, it's not a person.
Hello?
Sounds like maybe a window's open.
Feels like all the windows are open.
Yeah.
Upstairs, they discover pentagrams, burned rooms, collapsing floors, and long abandoned patient areas, while continuing to hear loud thuds echoing through the structure. At one point, Bear believes he sees a tall shadow figure moving at the far end of a hallway before disappearing around a corner.
Hello?
Noise, or did you see something?
I seen something. I don't know if it shoots back this way, but when I come around the corner, it was like, looked like all the way down at the end of the hall, something was like a tall shadow that went
Off to the right there?
over this way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Near the end of the investigation, they enter the underground tunnels where bodies were allegedly transported to avoid upsetting patients. While exploring the narrow corridors, they hear more strange sounds.
Hello?
You notice the circular hatches in the roof every once in a while?
Yeah.
Those are pretty weird.
Like a manhole or something.
Yeah.
So one of the things that's speculated is that they would bring bodies through here to try to keep the patient morale up.
Yeah.
Because this place seen a lot of death.
Yeah, definitely. That makes sense.
And so I guess, they think they were, and there's supposed to even be like a graveyard here of like people they didn't know or didn't have anybody, unmarked graves.
Yeah, there usually is at...
Discuss reports of apparitions seen there in the past, and attempt one final paranormal session before leaving the sanatorium. Exploring with Angelo is a paranormal camping and exploration channel where Angelo and his friend Frank travel deep into remote areas, often tied to abandoned locations forgotten history, and strange encounters in the wilderness. In this episode, the two return to the Burwash prison area in northern Ontario after experiencing unsettling activity the previous night. What begins as another camping trip quickly turns into a tense night, filled with voices, movement in the woods, and unexplained sounds surrounding their campsite. The video starts with the pair discussing the strange things they witnessed the night before, including what looked like a figure stepping out from near their tent and loud knocking sounds moving quickly through the trees. During the day, they search for a hidden cemetery connected to the old prison grounds, while also trying to fish enough food for dinner.
Well, it's the same. It technically goes to the same lake.
Yeah.
And then down there is Cemetery Lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go fish the undead fish.
Maybe.
In Cemetery Lake.
Alright, well, I'm going to put a cemetery somewhere. Probably be, where would you put a cemetery if you were to do one here?
Literally right here.
After catching several pike and cooking chicken wings beside the lake, the atmosphere suddenly changes again as darkness falls over the camp. The first truly disturbing moment happens while Angelo stands away from the fire and repeatedly hears somebody quietly whispering his name from the woods behind him.
Okay, I swear I just heard my name. What the hell? Hello?
Neither Frank nor the camera can explain where the voice came from. Soon after, both men begin hearing movement around the tent, including footsteps, metallic sounds, and something pacing in the darkness beyond the bushes.
Sleeping in my own bed.
Uh-huh.
No. Sounded like somebody was like stomping their foot and then like keys or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, keys definitely.
Or what if like keys or like maybe like old cuffs?
I don't really know what they sound like, to be honest, but...
Things escalate even further later in the night, when loud noises circle the campsite and Angelo believes he sees a human-shaped figure standing in the trees near the tent.
Someone just growled outside the tent.
I'm staying quiet for now. Yo, what the hell? Dude, I just seen somebody over there. Where? Right over there in the bush. There? Yeah. What the hell?
Who's there?
Like they were like right here.
Distracted here.
Wow, it really...
The pair leave the safety of the fire several times to investigate strange calls for help, snapping branches, and movement hidden deep in the forest. Eventually, they return the next morning and finally locate the forgotten cemetery they had been searching for, discovering handmade wooden crosses marking graves of former Burwash prisoners. Steve Ronan is a paranormal exploration creator known for camping in haunted locations, investigating strange legends, and documenting unsettling encounters deep in isolated forests. In this episode, Steve teams up with fellow explorer Lomar from Paranormal Discovery to spend several nights camping inside the infamous Bridgewater Triangle, a region tied to ghost sightings, strange creatures, disappearances, and Native American legends. The first stop takes them to Assinet Ledge, where locals claim the Lady of the Ledge still haunts the cliffs after a tragic death long ago. While hiking through the dark forest, they joke about Bigfoot, hear strange sounds in the woods.
Dude, I can't believe I'm gonna do the Bigfoot call. All right, here I go. Dude, it's hard.
It is also awkward.
Wait, do it again. I need to be calling the female Bigfoots. That's the thing I gotta do. So I'm gonna be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, there we go. The other call was calling for male Bigfoots.
So you got the opposite going.
Yeah.
I was calling male Bigfoots for like.
Dude, you were calling male Bigfoots for a year, bro.
Up in front of.
And begin noticing an eerie shift in the atmosphere around them.
Those are signs of Bigfoot?
Yeah, so they'll like knock over trees and like leave them.
Oh.
I mean, it could be natural, but you gotta like pick and choose the ones that look weird. But...
Right.
Yeah. Do you see that?
I didn't see it, but I heard something.
It's like something got flown out of the side or something.
Okay, we're already hearing some weird stuff going on.
Really?
Sounds like a river. Is there a river here? I can hear like flowing water.
Yeah.
And there could be a little river by those trees. Look at that. It's a little stream.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I bet you like Bigfoot comes through here to like drink some water. There's like a path right here. See? There's like a trail. A little animal trail.
After setting up camp beside the ledge, the night quickly becomes unsettling when both hear what sounds like a woman screaming somewhere below the cliffs.
A lot of noodle, but if we do get hungry later, we do have.
Yeah, I already want my second pack.
Yeah?
I just finished it. What the f? What the f was that?
Yo.
No, legit. Yeah. What the f? That was a scream.
Yeah, I heard that.
That sounded like a scream. It literally came, I don't know. I don't f know. It came from down there.
Hello?
Okay. Anyway.
What was that?
I don't know, but it didn't sound too close up, but it was like, but not too far either.
No, that was pretty exact.
I would say like maybe, I don't know.
Using a spirit communication app near the edge, they receive disturbing responses referencing death, war, and spirits connected to the land.
Is the woman of the ledge here the woman that is known to appear to travelers?
My name is John.
I just want to know who we're with right now.
Hazel.
Are you connected to the ground, Hazel?
Let's be friends.
Yeah, we can be friends. We're here to chat. Bobby, there's so many names, but like,
Brother.
it could be accurate.
The app repeatedly mentions horrible deaths, bodies below the ledge, and someone describing their final moments after falling. Later, while exploring nearby trails, they discover abandoned belongings deep in the forest.
Hello? Bro, no way.
Yo, it's a police bag.
What?
Brockton Police.
What's the police bag doing here?
I don't know.
Brockton Police? Looks like it's been here for a while. Here's a lunch bag?
Bunch of Coors Light.
Oh, yeah.
It's empty.
Still, what the?
I don't even want to touch that.
Dude, I don't know, man. This is weird.
Dude, why is it abandoned here?
Dude, it's a shirt. Wait, did he get that out from the bag?
Yeah, I just pulled that out of the bag. Dude, I think whoever's bag that is.
And become convinced someone may actually be living there. Moments later, a hidden person suddenly yells at them from the darkness, forcing them to pack up and flee the area immediately.
Can you hear that? Dude, someone's talking. What the fuck? Yeah? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, don't worry.
We're just camping here.
Who the f is that?
He's mad though.
We mean no harm. We're not gonna hurt you.
Okay, we can do that. All right. Yeah, we were just about to leave anyway.
Dude, what the f is that? Dude.
That might have been him that threw something at you then.
I think, yeah.
The investigation continues in other parts of the Bridgewater Triangle, including remote forests and Hockomock Swamp, where the pair hear wolf-like howls, encounter more strange spirit responses, and believe something large may be stalking them through the woods. During one terrifying moment, they split up while exploring and both hear something heavy moving rapidly through the trees toward their campsite.
The fuck's that noise? Okay, whatever made those noises came from this way. Oh my gosh, I can hear it. It's literally so close. We're just like a few feet away from it. What the? Holy! It's heading to the campsite. Oh. Holy.
You good? Oh. What the fuck? Yo, Steve just said something's heading towards me right now. The fuck? Yo!
Yo, bro. Did you see that? Did you encounter it?
No, I heard something.
Throughout the trip, Steve and Lomar are never fully sure whether they are dealing with paranormal forces, dangerous people hiding in the woods, or wild animals lurking just beyond the tree line. Welcome to The Woods UK is a bushcraft and woodland exploration channel where the creator documents solo camps, hunting trips, and strange activity deep in the forest. In this video, he returns to a section of woodland that has recently started making him uneasy after unexplained noises, strange trail camera footage, and signs that someone else may be moving through the area. After a powerful storm passes through the woods, he heads back in to check his cameras and equipment.
We've had one hell of a storm come in here the last couple of days, so I'm just coming in to check the cameras, make sure they're all still okay, we've got no big trees down, and all the rest of it.
While walking through the muddy ground, he discovers a massive boot print that clearly does not belong to him.
That's massive. My BK2 next to it. It's just slightly larger than my BK2. Oh, I want to trip myself out, but that looks like a toe as well. My God.
The size of the track immediately unsettles him, especially after finding another impression nearby. Wanting answers, he decides to retrieve a live CCTV trail camera and reposition it overlooking the tracks so he can monitor the area directly from his phone at home. Even while setting the camera up, he admits he feels unusually anxious and decides to leave the woods early after spotting more old prints nearby.
So that's showing me that's got plenty of signal. If you don't mind now, I'm going to get out of here because I've just got a really bad feeling all of a sudden.
A few days later, he returns to camp in another isolated section of the woodland. After successfully hunting wood pigeons for food, he speaks about the growing mystery surrounding the woods and addresses viewers who believe the activity may be paranormal.
Problematic. I've been camping in different areas of the woodland trying to find out what's been going on with some trespassers we've had some trouble with. There's been some activity on my channel saying some of the viewers are sort of convinced it's some sort of legendary monster. I've got nothing against people's beliefs, but it's just not something I can sort of start believing in, because being here in the UK, I've pretty much spent a lot of time in all the woodlands around this area, from sort of young teenager right up to manhood now, hunting it and even running it with ferrets and stuff on the outskirts of the woodland. I've been ferreting the land for years, so that means turning up early with dogs, guns, nets, ferrets, and basically hunting that part of the woodland where we did have all the activity on one side.
Although skeptical of monsters or legends, he admits the strange encounters are becoming harder to explain. That night, while trying to sleep, he suddenly hears what sounds like someone moving outside his shelter. The noise is enough to alarm him.
There's definitely someone out there. Fuck's sakes. 2 seconds. Hello? I'll be honest with you, I feel like going. That might be exactly what I do. Seeing that the break of daylight was only an hour and a half away, I did decide to pack up.
And by dawn, he decides to leave the area after searching the woods without finding anyone. The most disturbing moment comes days later when the live camera captures a strange figure entering the woods at 4:12 a.m.
Early Thursday morning at 4:12 a.m, this figure comes into view. Almost looks like it's trying to pull something down from a branch above, acting in a peculiar manner. Then the camera takes a further 2 still shots of it moving further off to the left-hand side of the woodland.
The person appears to reach toward branches above them before disappearing deeper into the trees. Even after reviewing the footage, he still cannot explain why someone keeps appearing in the same area at such strange hours. This video from Rambling On starts off like any normal solo camping trip, but slowly turns into a tense situation that feels more dangerous than expected. At the beginning, he hikes into a remote forest and sets up camp beside a small water source. It seems like a smart, convenient spot, but there's one detail that stands out. He casually mentions it's on a floodplain. At the time, it doesn't feel important, but it quietly sets up everything that comes later.
There's quite a few midges knocking around when I got here. So they're both citronella candles. Yeah, I'm hoping they'll keep the midges at bay. Now there is a little breeze there now. I have a water source here, which is very handy. Saved me carrying any water on the way in. It's not very easy to get into, but it's a pretty good little spot. It is on a bit of a floodplain, so I wouldn't come down here when it's raining really heavy.
As night falls, he does something unusual. He decides to watch Annabelle alone in the middle of the woods. With only one earphone in, he keeps one ear open to the forest around him.
Among the trees. So the movie I've chosen is Annabelle. I've never watched it, so I think I'm gonna try and watch that. I have a Bluetooth earphone in my ear. I don't have one on this side because, you know yourself, I want to be aware of my surroundings. So, yeah. Let's see what we can do here.
The experience quickly becomes uncomfortable. The movie builds tension, but so does the environment. Flickering firelight, sudden silence between buffering, and the constant awareness that he's completely alone.
Who would keep that doll? Seriously? There's no way I'd... Oh my god, I can't even look at it zooming in on the face. Oh lads, who would keep that? Who would give that as a gift? That's just not right.
Later, he tries again. This time, the horror hits harder. His reactions become more nervous, more alert. Every sound outside the tent feels amplified.
Oh, something's gonna happen here. Oh, you bugger. Ooh. Freaky kid. Is there anything worse than a freaky kid? How would you not think you were going mad? He thinks she's nuts. This woman has balls of steel. She's in the house on her own. Even if it is the middle of the day.
Even though nothing actually happens, the setting makes everything feel real. Like something could be just outside in the darkness. But the real turning point comes after midnight. Heavy rain begins pouring down. He wakes up multiple times, noticing the water getting louder, faster. The calm campsite starts to feel like a trap.
I shouldn't have said anything. It's just getting worse. I charged my lantern overnight. There is a serious amount of condensation in here. Could probably do with a bit more ventilation. Handy if I turned on the lantern. We have a good 2 hours before the sunrise. So, plenty of time. Once we don't get washed away in the meantime, you know. I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm not going to panic.
By early morning, it's clear the situation is changing fast. The river is rising, the ground is soaking, and water begins creeping closer to the tent.
I think I might have pushed my luck last night. It looked very close to flooding. Really, really close. It's even flooded on the other side, just a little bit. But yeah, I think I need to be getting my arse out of here now, sooner rather than later. Just as I was putting down the bag, I noticed that it's already starting to flood. You can see it streaming down here and it's going right behind my tent.
By the end, it's no longer about comfort or fear, it's about getting out. The area is already starting to flood, and he realizes he may have pushed his luck camping in that spot. What began as a quiet night in nature turns into a reminder of how quickly things can shift. Out there, it's not always what you hear in the dark. It's what you don't notice until it's too late. Strayed Explorer is a paranormal and abandoned location creator known for entering haunted woods, old ruins, and unsettling places alone at night. His videos often feel unpredictable because the fear comes from both possible paranormal activity and real people who may be hiding nearby. In this video, he returns to Cannock Chase after a terrifying investigation the week before. This time he plans to camp near a pool of water he spotted by drone. But the area feels wrong almost immediately. As he walks in, he hears movement behind him, talks about the legend of the black-eyed child, and admits he feels like something is about to happen.
Sounds like something moving right behind me. I was reading one of your comments just today about the black-eyed child, explaining that it can actually be seen in the day as well, and Hello?
After choosing a camp spot, the unease gets worse. He feels paranoid, keeps hearing things, and eventually has to move.
Shall we? Shall we set up in here somewhere? I can't shake this feeling. Like there's something here.
Then takes a disturbing turn when he hears what sounds like someone arguing deep in the woods.
I don't know what is going on. For about 5 minutes now. Let me just fix this. They'll start again in a minute. It went quiet before. It sounds like people arguing. And it's been going on for about 5 minutes, so I'm hoping it's not someone setting up to camp.
The strange part is that he can only hear one voice, possibly a woman or young boy, shouting for long periods, and then suddenly going silent.
Why can I only hear one voice? Let me get a little bit closer. I'll find out what's going on. Hope I don't lose my back.
He creeps closer to investigate and hears the voice repeatedly, saying something like, "Look at me."
I can hear a voice coming from that direction there. Look at me, she's saying. Where's the other voice? She just keeps saying, "Look at me." Right, let's get back to camp and just think this through.
Back at camp, the voice keeps returning from different directions, and he becomes increasingly nervous that whoever it is may be moving closer. While cooking in the dark, gunshots start echoing from multiple directions. Movement surrounds him, and his device gives chilling responses like, "He's coming. Run," and "Forest not safe."
He's coming. I hope that's showing alright on that camera. She just said, "He's coming." Sky, he's coming. Who's coming?
At that point, he rushes to eat, packs up and leaves in panic after hearing something sucking through its teeth nearby and someone striking a tree. The final scare comes at his car, where something appears to follow him back, possibly hitting the vehicle and leaving what looks like a handprint.
Can you see anything? I just saw a light in there then. Is that a handprint? She smacked the back window.
By the end, he is convinced this was not just a normal argument in the woods, but something deeply unsafe, stalking the area. Jesse's Drone Adventures is run by Jesse, a desert explorer and drone creator known for uncovering scenic roads, hidden history, and remote places across Arizona and the Southwest. His videos usually feel adventurous and relaxed, but this one adds real tension as a simple drive turns into a risky off-road descent. In this video, Jesse takes on Schneebly Hill Road, a historic route leading down toward Sedona. At first, the drive seems peaceful with pine forest, smooth sections, and beautiful high country views. But he quickly hints that the road is going to get much rougher than expected. The first major stop comes at Foxborough Dam.
Look at how beautiful this is. This is almost like something out of a movie. I was gonna get my drone up in the air, but it looks like there's a bunch of ducks over there. I still might get it up in the air, but I might stick to this side of the road. I don't want to bother them. They look like they're having the time of their life over there, just sitting on the grass by the pond, enjoying this absolutely gorgeous day.
This was the perfect spring day to be up here. The temperature was in the mid-70s, mostly clear blue skies aside from a few feather-like clouds scattered across the sky. And then there was that thick, fresh pine scent just hanging in the air. And I mean thick, like Magnum P.I.'s mustache thick.
An abandoned 1920 structure built to create water for cattle. The old stone dam looks weathered and forgotten, with a large gap forming in the middle, giving the area a strange, abandoned feeling before the difficult road begins. The real danger starts when Jesse reaches the rough descent.
Just made it to one of a few stops that we'll be making on our way down Schneebly Hill Road. And I do believe this is called Schneebly Hill Overlook or Schneebly Hill Vista, as the sign says over there. I love making these driving videos. They're absolutely fun. But one thing I've realized is you gotta break it up, stop every so often, take in the sights and take in that fresh air. Feels so amazing up here.
From above, the road looks manageable through the drone, but once he drives it, the trail becomes rocky, narrow, and technical. He has to carefully guide the Jeep over rough terrain, hearing clanks underneath and stopping to check if anything has broken.
Coming down a road like this on the side of a hill, you tend to start asking yourself questions, such as, how old is this road? Who had the bright idea to build it? And most importantly, why? I can only assume that to go through all the trouble of constructing a road like this, through the rugged and unpredictable terrain, someone must have had a really good reason for doing so. And it probably served a greater purpose other than catering to Jeep tours and off-road vehicles. But before I fill you in on the details, I need to make a quick pit stop and make sure everything with the Jeep is looking good.
As he continues down, the risk becomes more serious. The road forces him close to exposed edges, and he explains that one wrong move around a rock could send the vehicle hundreds of feet down into the canyon. Later, Jesse makes another risky decision by hiking up a windy red rock outcropping.
I can never pass up a hike in Sedona, and I've been told this trail only gets busier as the warmer months approach. Since I was the only one out here, I wanted to make the most of it. and it's extremely hard to pass up views like this.
The climb becomes slick and nerve-wracking, especially when he reaches a narrow ledge where a fall could be serious.
This is going to be a little slick, but this side isn't so steep compared to the other side. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get to the top. Definitely not on this side. One thing I always judge a hike on, or something to climb like this, is if I fall, how far will I fall? And if I fall over there, I'm going all the way down. I wouldn't mind hiking to the top right here, but we'll see.
Even though he makes it to the top safely, the wind and height make the moment feel genuinely dangerous. By the end, the road calms down, but the journey leaves a strong impression. What began as an easy scenic drive becomes a tense reminder that historic desert roads can still be beautiful, unpredictable, and unforgiving. Under the Weather is a wild camping creator known for solo overnight camps in unusual, uncomfortable, and sometimes risky locations. His videos usually have a relaxed and funny tone, but this one becomes tense fast because the danger feels very real. In this video, he heads into the grounds of Lennox Castle, an abandoned 18th century asylum site, planning to camp in the creepy woods nearby. Early on, he explores the empty outbuildings and old paths, with the place already looking like something from a horror film.
Huh. Some graffiti. Yep, you could do worse than an emergency than staying here. Yeah. Back door to nowhere. Very nice. Right, keep on looking. Oh wow. Let's have a look at this. Oh, that's pretty decent. Nice. Right, keep on going. We're going to find the actual castle.
When he reaches the castle, the atmosphere gets darker, with broken entrances, graffiti, pitch-black rooms, dripping water, and unstable-looking stonework.
All right, now we're talking. See if we can give you a view of that. Dun dun dun. Yeah, this would have been the front steps. Big metal door. Let's have a look. Oh, this might be the morgue. God. No, it's not. Jeez, I thought it was coffins, but it's not coffins. This could have been maybe just a little locker room or a storage room. This does not seem very safe with all those rocks. And something dripping. Yeah.
He eventually finds a possible hidden camp spot near the ruins, but he is already worried about people showing up during the night. That fear becomes real not long after when he hears people nearby and decides to wait until dark before setting up properly.
Corner for a minute. I think they're just there for a little exploration. We'll see. Hopefully they're not up to any up to no good, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to hang out here. I mean, it's going to be dark in the next hour anyway, so I don't think many more people will turn up. So we'll see. Let's just wait it out for a bit and see where they go.
The situation fully changes once his tent is up. Just as he is about to cook and settle in, several men arrive at the castle with beer, music, and torches. More people then show up, turning the abandoned asylum grounds into a party spot.
Basically, I was going to stop the video here because as I was ready to set up my camera, ready to get the fire going, three guys just walked past right into the castle. Hear beer bottles clinking, then tunes going straight away, techno.
God knows how they didn't see me. So all I could do was grab my stuff in the tent, and I packed my bag. Basically took my bag down to the little building that you saw, then came back and dragged my tent down. And at this point, 3 or 4 other people had turned up, walking up the road. From there, I dragged my tent down a bit, and then there was more people coming up. Once they passed, I dragged my tent down the road until I found a little hill, and dragged up the side of this hill and put my tent behind a tree, and basically hunkered down there all night. And so I'll just let you see the rest of it.
Instead of risking being seen, he quickly packs up and drags his entire tent away in the dark. The most stressful part comes as he hides on a ridge with his lights off, unsure who the people are or whether they will stay all night. He admits he may have to cut the video short and simply hunker down, keeping quiet while chaos continues outside. By morning, he reveals he spent the whole night hidden behind a tree on a hill, with people walking up and down the closed road until around 1 a.m.
Let's just see. Yeah, it can be seen, but yeah, it's not too bad. So I'll just turn you around. There's the road. But bear in mind, this road's closed. It's not cars, it's just people. So there's the tent up there. These people are walking past up and down here. Oh, no, not all night. I stopped about 1 o'clock, but I can't believe I got up that hill. Yeah, I pulled my tent up this hill with my bag and everything. Wow, I just missed the people walking back and forth. Jesus. Right, let's see if we can get down the hill without slipping a bit in my neck. Really fun.
What was meant to be a spooky asylum camp turns into a real stealth survival situation, where avoiding other people becomes the scariest part of the night. Wandering Simon is an outdoor adventure creator known for remote hikes, bothy stays, and honest, humorous solo camping videos. His trips often feel relaxed, but this one has a darker edge because he is returning to Ben Alder Bothy, said to be one of the most haunted and remote bothies in Scotland. At the start, Simon explains that the bothy is around 9 miles from the nearest road and has a haunted reputation. He visited before, but had to share the place with others. So this time, he hopes to experience it alone.
I went here last year. It's Ben Alder Bothy next to Loch Hendricht. It's apparently the most haunted and most remote bothy in the whole of Scotland, if not in the whole of the UK.
The hike in is long, cold, and boggy, with slippery rocks and freezing hands, making the journey feel more exhausting the closer he gets. When he finally reaches the bothy, he confirms nobody is inside and gives a tour of the empty rooms.
Last time I was here, there was a lot of logs here and different things. Unfortunately, not anymore. And then you've got the room where I stayed last time, which is this. Let's go. This is the room.
The place feels isolated, old, and atmospheric, especially with the wind outside and no one else for miles. He settles into the main room, chops wood, lights a fire, and cooks agetik Polish dumplings, turning the creepy location into a surprisingly cozy night. But the real disturbance happens after he stops filming. In the morning, Simon explains that just as he was falling asleep, someone suddenly opened the door to his room and casually asked if he was sleeping.
As I mentioned, something happened during the night as I was staying in the bothy. It wasn't ghosts, I'll say that outright. I headed for the night into my sleeping bag around 9 p.m. I was still watching something, and that's what I usually do, try to fall asleep as something's just playing in the background. And at 9:30, I was already pretty much asleep.
I hear some noises and I hear a door opening and I realize someone's coming in, and a guy nonchalantly opens my door and says, "Hey, you sleeping?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just identifying as a sardine." That's what I would have liked to have said. Unfortunately, I only managed to say, "Yep," and that was the end of our conversation.
The interruption ruins the calm and makes the remote bothy feel far less private. Things get worse later when, in the middle of the night, he hears the door open again, followed by the sound of someone violently being sick on the floor in the hallway. The couple then spends time cleaning, opening and closing doors while he tries to rest. By morning, Simon leaves quickly, not because of ghosts, but because the real people who arrived in the dark made the haunted bothy feel awkward, uncomfortable, and impossible to enjoy. Search for Supernatural is a paranormal investigation channel focused on haunted properties, strange energy, spirit communication, and unexplained activity caught during overnight investigations. In this video, the team investigates CJ Faison's Pocomo Ranch, a remote wooded property surrounded by stories of portals, ley lines, shadows, whistles, and unexplained movement. Before the investigation even begins, they explain that several strange things happened off camera, including phantom figures running through the woods, knocks inside the house, lights appearing in empty rooms, and a deafening silence so intense it made their ears ring. This sets the tone immediately.
This was by far one of the strangest places that we've probably ever been to. Now I know there's talks of, it being haunted or it not being haunted, or, it's just some random house out in nowhere. This place did not let us down. From the minute we got there and stepped out of the truck, now granted, we're miles into the woods. The deafening silence that took over was so intense that we had to talk to each other to stop our ears from ringing. Now the energy of this place when we started our investigation had us so scatterbrained that it was hard to complete the investigation itself. I mean, from forgetting equipment in rooms to forgetting equipment in the truck, for charging equipment, just nothing was getting accomplished. I mean, we were like two school kids chasing each other around a playground.
The place feels wrong from the moment they arrive. As they speak with Chris near the property, the history becomes even darker.
This property, we're gonna know here relatively soon, but was more than likely owned by one of the most famous people in Delaware that did a
Serial killer?
horrendous
That the
things.
Patty Cannon thing. I don't know much about it. You know more.
Yeah.
about it.
Delaware's only serial killer, right?
Yeah, Patty Cannon.
Phew.
So all that dirt in that basement might have bodies in there. Is that what you're saying?
There's a potential, I guess. I don't know. We're gonna take ground penetrating radar up in there, and we were told not to disturb any of the dirt yet and all that. So we're like, all right.
They discuss possible connections to Patty Cannon, bodies possibly hidden beneath dirt in the basement, and a terrifying story about a blood-curdling scream heard near Burnt Bridge. Soon after, they hear crying whistles and movement from the same direction where ley lines are believed to run. The tension builds inside and around the house when they spot strange lights, hear movement everywhere, and notice sudden cold spots that seem to follow the activity. It feels as if something is circling them through the woods, always nearby but never visible.
I'm so hungry. My stomach is all growling and I feel like it's ruining the video.
So we keep hearing, movement everywhere. No matter where we go, into the barn, to the driveway, it just sounds like there's people just shuffling all over the place.
And it doesn't sound like, it sounds like 2 feet walking. It's not like no animals. You would hear the animals. It's nothing like that. It's kind of crazy. We just saw somebody down to in front of us and it's getting creepy.
Yeah, it's getting a little fucking weird out here. The fact that we keep hearing shit, but we can't see anybody where they're running off to, where they're going. Unless these dudes know these trail systems like the back of their hand, I don't think anybody's cutting through these thick ass woods. I mean, they're fucking, how the fuck you gonna run without a light? Unless you got some night vision goggles on. Did you?
The most frightening part comes during the walk to Burnt Bridge. The bridge is tied to the story of a woman and child dying there, and once they arrive, they hear what sounds like crying or whimpering near the water.
Whoa. Now granted, we are in the woods right now, in the middle of nowhere, so I know there's going to be creaks and rustling sounds, but I mean,
you hear that? That sounded like a crying.
As they leave, they hear footsteps, voices, whistles, and what sounds like someone following them in the fog.
You got a fucking flashlight.
Bro, what?
There was a lady's voice.
Nah, bro. I hear that. Dude, can we come on?
Seeming to connect back to the water and death nearby.
Oh, no, bro, no.
By the end, the team feels overwhelmed, confused, and surrounded by something they cannot explain.